to get rolling here. And Jay. What's up, everybody? This is Jay Wicker with what we doing here? I'm confused, man. Real estate aholics.
Oh yeah, real estate alcoholics. That's what we're at today.
Yes, one of them days, bro. One of them days. What's up, guys?
What's going down?
Not much, man. Appreciate
How
you
you
guys
doing,
jumping
Mr.
over, man.
Sims?
Yes, sir. Yes,
What's
sir.
up, Jarrell?
Yes, sir.
My bro.
Yes,
Real estate investors, man. That's what I'm talking about, man. Now the big boys on the screen now. You know what I'm saying? What's going on in y'all world, man?
Man, just
Wheeling
deals,
and
man.
dealing.
Just deals, man. Yeah.
But-
Closing a lot. That's just what we do around here. But man, it's problem solutions and just getting through everything, man. You know.
But people out there saying there ain't no
It's been
deals.
good. Nah, it's deals.
Out there, man. How you closing deals, man?
It's my
They
clients.
say there ain't no deals out there. That's what I've been hearing.
Well, that's because they not looking in the right
Exactly.
place, Jay.
Hey, he be on it.
I agree.
Not moving.
I agree.
Pivoting. You know, like sometimes people think, okay, man, oh my area, because I'm in Atlanta. You know, I'm in Atlanta, so I mean, there's always something to complain about in Atlanta about the market.
Yeah, I mean, it's deals everywhere, man.
Or too much
it's a numbers
competition.
game. So if you're not getting any deals, there's a couple of things that could be a factor, right? Maybe you're not working the deals like they're supposed to be worked.
Well, the problem is here's the number
hear you,
one
Jay.
thing. Here's the number one thing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but I don't think you can hear us
Hold on.
because you straight cut me off. Like you didn't hear that.
Okay, I can hear you
I
guys
did.
now.
My bad.
I can hear you guys now.
You can hear us now.
So,
So there's a couple of things that can happen, man. People make whether you don't know what to say when you get a client on the phone, right? You may have a great deal, but if you don't know how to close that deal, guess what? You don't have a deal. You don't have nothing going on. So you got to reevaluate the way that you're doing things because market changes. Sometimes you got to say something a little different than you did last time.
One trick pony.
Well, like I was saying before you cut me off, Jay, because you was on mute. You was just. Can you hear us, Jay?
I can hear you.
Okay, there you go. All right, so your market, sometimes I'm in Atlanta, like I was saying. So it's always something to complain about, high prices, competition, the damn the code enforcement taking down my damn flyers. I mean, it's always something to complain about. Okay. So sometimes hard times make you expand. People want to keep on, trying to go back to that well where sometimes you have to go away you can always come back home. Like I had to tell a client just yesterday, you can always invest back in your backyard again. But right now you see it. There's nothing for you right now. So it's time to take that next step. I'm not saying if you never got into a deal, go do a deal and all the way across the country and all that. But if you have, and you have done a lot of deals in your city, maybe it's time to move a couple cities, maybe to the next state.
exactly.
Who knows? There's deals, man. There's deals.
Let me
all I can tell
piggyback on that one, Jarrell. Even if you decide that you are going to go to the next city or the next state or the next county, still continue your marketing in your backyard.
Yeah, of course.
Period.
Of course,
Yeah.
that's how you always want to stay grounded to what's going on right here. But you gotta keep up. You gotta keep up because the market's changing. So you run around and don't do a deal for 2 years, you damn near new again.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
And this economy right now, if you ain't done one in the last 3 months, you're starting new because you can't comp a property the same this month as you did 6 months ago.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna affect
Depending on
all
depending on
types.
the market because markets are decreasing. They're going down. Not a whole lot, but they're going down quite a bit. So if you're running a comp and you running it back like 6 months, well, that would have been the high peak of what everything's selling at. But right now, it's kind of getting a little bit steady.
Yeah. I mean, you see the trend you can definitely invest to the trend.
Yeah.
You just may have to search a little harder, but you invest to the forecast you see. You see that this market has dropped, 40,000, prepare for another 40,000. And then by the time you either refine it or selling it or whatever, because you fixed it up, you may be on more of a mark than, trying to get that what's current or what you saw last year price.
Yeah.
That's not happening right now, unfortunately.
If you don't adapt, you're losing.
Yeah, gotta adapt.
Well, it's like the lottery. You got to be in it to win it.
Yeah.
You gotta be in it to win it too. You do.
So for a lot of people coming in, maybe came in as a wholesaler or whatever, but never really changed whatever they was doing. Sometimes you gotta change a little bit, man. You gotta add something to your repertoire. And that's kind of one of the things we want to kind of touch on, man. Like buying whole residential, real estate, right? It's different ways to get that done. So if you just used to wholesaling properties, why not? If you saved up enough money, why not get into this arena, the buy and hold game? It's real estate investing. It's just a little bit different from what you're actually doing.
I'm glad you brought this up. I'm telling all my clients, I'm tired of you selling, tired of us selling our properties, bro.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
and
man.
I hope a lot of us, and we all sell. Most of us sell. We flip. We gotta start holding. I'm really is hitting home too, because I've seen a lot of doors open for a lot of people over this time been doing loans, and specifically it's all because they held. It's never because they sold.
Yeah.
So that's I'm glad we're talking about this. This is a very important element to keep, because you have to start buying assets.
Why not let somebody else build your equity for you? Right? You can set it up to where you can draw money off of it, take some equity off of it, invest into another property. Let somebody else, live in it, rent it out for 20 years or whatever the case, and let them pay it off for you. You're still investing. It's just another part of investing, man. If you are great at wholesaling, there's no reason why we shouldn't have 5-10 of these properties ready to rock, man.
Yeah, all day long.
Portfolio, right? There's no reason why I haven't done that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was telling somebody the other day, my whole deal was to move back to my hometown, man. I just really recently said, you know what? I'm gonna stay here in Texas. But all this time, I didn't buy me no real estate while I was here. You know what I'm saying? There's no excuse for that. So now I'm focusing on that. I'm looking for those those subject-to deals, those owner finance deals, all of that. I'm gobbling all that stuff up, man.
Definitely.
So yeah. So this podcast today is for those people, man, who's looking to do some buy and hold. Like, what do they have to do, guys? How do they find these type of properties to buy and hold?
The same way they do wholesale deals.
Yeah,
market,
because you find your deals not necessarily in buying turnkey. Now, I'm not knocking turnkey properties, buying a turnkey property at all. I mean, if that's buying a good value, yeah, because it's all about the dollar. It's all about what you buy it at. So, but you get your good deals, you get your really good deals when you have to maybe put a little sweat into it. Now, staying in a price point, that's the key. I mean, you can't go buy a $600,000 property and then want to rent it out. That's not. I wouldn't do it. I mean, of course, people do that, but that's not what I'm preaching. Mine is staying within that $100,000 to $200,000 range, so that your
average buyer
rent that you have to charge, that's your buyer, because you're going to hold the property. You have this property.
Okay, yeah. You're right.
But this rent that you're going to charge is going to be well above some type of 6%, 5% loan that you're going to be holding for 30 years. So that's what I believe is that good price range. You should stay in between that 100 to 200,000, and buy as many as you can. Tell you the truth.
I agree with that.
You can.
That's kind of the any person who's buying first start a home, they're gonna be at around $100,000, $200,000, right, for your first starter home. So that the average person Well, I keep thinking about fixing flip.
Yeah, fixing yeah,
So,
but
if
you
I'm
would,
not, I would do because I got a way to get out of that property. You get a property worth $600K. You know, it's a lot of people who can actually buy that, but it's more people that can buy a property around 100 to 200,000, right? So you want to be able to offload that if you need to. You know what I'm saying? So always feel out before you buy. You know, that's how I look at it. So
and you know, buying a property that requires some renovations, getting in there, buying it at a good price, and then putting the things that you know that need to be addressed, you know, to the property when you have that buy and fix loan, and then refinancing with your boy again here, at 80 to 75% of the value. Now you can potentially walk away with money, cash out, and then still keep the property for 30-year turning for you. So yeah, man. I mean that Burr method basically is, I mean, I know it's not nothing new because I mean my family been doing it for years, but I love that so many people, I've heard that so many times, Burr method.
That's that bigger pocket.
It finally feels like a lot of people see it, you know, or finally getting it, you know,
that's because they gave it the acronym.
Yeah.
A long time ago, there was no acronym.
Yeah,
there was no acronym for it, you know.
Yeah.
And then another thing too, a lot of people were not dealing with banks a long time ago. Because the banks and lenders are now involved in it. But now that they've given it the acronym, more people are out to say, okay, well, now I understand it because I've got this acronym to go by, and I understand this is the first step, this is the second step, the third step, the fourth, and this is how I get out of it, so I can go do it again.
Exactly. So we go to so we in our mind we want to start buying some properties now, right? Yeah. So the next step will be contact that mortgage loan officer, man, that broker, get pre-qualified, right? Now I had an issue. I forgot, what is the minimum down payment? I know it's 20%, right? When as far as investing, I'm going to do a conventional loan, right?
Depends.
So is it through the 20%? Because I wasn't for sure when I put that in there.
Yeah, it is actually
20%.
I mean, 3%,
right? FHA is 3.5.
There's a whole lot of ways you can do this. See that range right there you have. It splits if, like, say if you buying a property, you go do FHA, stay in it for a year. Out, then you run at 3%. But if you're never going to live in that property, then you're not going to be at that 3%. You see,
right
so
now
it's a big range. Go ahead,
6%. Right now on the loans that I'm getting for my for the properties that I'm buying, they're at 6%.
Yeah,
FHA.
Yeah, at 6% here. Well, I mean, the lender I'm using, they at 6%. So
6%.
You're talking about 6% down or 6% interest?
Yeah, 6% down. Well, I mean 6% interest on it. Yeah,
6%. No.
Okay.
No, so yeah. So when you go into
down,
the hard money, then you're going to be touching about 20, 25, lowest 15.
Yeah.
And then if you're talking conventional as a secondary investment property, then you're talking about 10 to 15. But then there's reasons why you may not want to go that 10, because now you have to buy it in your personal name, or you may have to live in the property, for a certain amount of time. So, but that you are correct about 3 to 20. It just really depends on what you're able to do. How you want to set it up, basically.
So technically, I mean, let's say if you're doing $100,000 deal, property, right? Mm-hmm. You're talking about roughly two assignments, right? 20 grand.
20 grand. Let's say 20 grand.
You went to another type of investing, man, and you're looking down the line, right? So you don't have to stop. If everybody slows up in your area from wholesale, you still don't have to stop. You can kind of pivot a little bit and still continue to make you some money.
Now let me pull a lot of the people that's uninoculated up on game right fast. So let's break that down. All right.
Well, what did you say? What's the word? What's the word?
Because I'm gonna try to say it so simple that anyone is about to get baptized. You just gotta just open your ears right now, guys. All right. So when instead of buying it at, like, because what we're talking about is retail, that 20% down. So say if you have that $100,000 property and you're going to put instead of buying it retail, you're buying it with some renovations needed. Okay, so say you want to put 30,000 into it. All right, I will get you financed at just $90,000 is your loan to buy the property. So you need just 10,000, not 20,000. Okay, so $10,000 down to get into the property. Now you're going to buy it for, now you have it for 100, 130, you all in for 130, 10% is your down payment. All right, that property, when you finish, because you put that 30 into it, is worth, say, 210,000. Okay, now that's called your ARV. So at that time, you refinance. That's the second R, right? No,
that's the third.
Third
R.
yeah.
The third R, not exactly. Buy, renovate, yeah. So it's the third R. Now you're refinancing at the worst case scenario 75. So let's say you want to really cash out. Let's go with 80%, because that's what I think. That's how you get that money back and then turn it into another property, right? So you refi at 0.80. Now you at 168. Give the lender back their 130. You're at 38,000 that you're walking with cash to go buy another property. More money than you probably had when you bought the $100,000 property. And you have a property that you're selling. I'm not selling, but renting out for however long. Yeah. So if you ever want to let go, you're only into the property lower than 70% of the value.
Exactly. That's what you want to be at, guys. You want to invest in, be able to do this thing in a way that the initial investment that you put into that property, you're able to take out of it as soon as possible. Mm-hmm. So let's say the market drops, right? Let's say you lose the property. Do you really lose? Right? You got your money out that you put into it. You know what I'm saying? And that's the way you do it, man. You have to pivot, guys. You got to pivot. So, man, that's phenomenal, bro. So you say you can definitely get that done, man. So y'all see his name, see his email address, contact him, man. Contact him.
Email me.
Yes, sir.
You already know.
Yes, sir. All right.
That's it.
So now we go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Drew.
No, I was saying that's it, really. Then you refinancing, and it's now refinancing, isn't it? Like you have to hold it for 6 months, a year before you can refinance. As soon as you were done with the renovations and you got your CO, I want to be doing the appraisal. I mean, we're already in the processing phase of the refi.
Yeah.
So it could be a 2 month, 4 month. I mean, to get your money back and now get that first property or another one under your belt. So
we're looking at this in a way that a person who has good credit, right, in this particular situation.
That's a 720 credit score.
Say it again.
That's 90% is with a 720 credit score. Yes.
720 credit score. Okay, perfect. Perfect.
Okay. So let's go down to the floor. 630.
630.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're looking at around, if no experience, 80%. So 20% right there.
Yeah. There it is.
So that credit is key.
Yeah.
Credit is key. Get that credit up. Get that credit up. Go pay your bills. Pay some bills. Take that money and go pay some bills with it. And you'll see that'll allow you to go make some money.
Right.
So now
I'm saying real. That's where it takes. Really. I've been there. I had to say, man, you know what? I'm gonna make sure I don't get this letter next month.
Yeah.
And really, step about it. That's all.
So look, so now we can grind up and we got our money together to put the down payment and all that good stuff down, right? So now, what we looking to purchase, guys? What kind of property? What's our buying criteria?
Well, that's all to the person who, what you're trying to get into.
Yeah.
If you only want to deal with single family, I would prefer, if you're getting started, to start with single family. Mm-hmm. And then with your refinancing, you're repeating, then you can build yourself up to, 2-door, 4-door, and more after that, because now you've got a portfolio and you can use that portfolio for the loan as well. Mm-hmm. For your larger purchases.
Yeah. Cross collateralization is called.
Yeah.
Right.
So let's say we're talking about, I would say you don't want to get your 2-bedroom, 1-bath house, right? You want you at least around what, about 3-bedroom?
No, I buy a 2-1 every day.
Oh,
You do
yeah,
2-1?
all day.
I would all day.
Okay, it's got to be a great. Okay,
It
okay,
doesn't
Yeah,
matter to me.
under 120, I will do that all day.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
if it meets the neighborhood,
Yeah.
and as long as cash flow covers debt services, I don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want it to be big. Now, the only thing I don't want it to be is too big. That's when I do care. And
Right.
as far as rental is concerned, now I'm not looking for no 4,000 square foot. Anything.
Okay, I hear exactly what you guys are saying. So my mindset is, when I get ready to sell a house of mine, I want it to be open to the more buyers, the most as possible, right? So most people, when they buy a property, they probably want a 3-bedroom, right? They may have a couple kids or whatever.
We're talking about rentals, though.
But you're talking about rentals. But
Right.
you also want to look at your out two coming in. I'm not saying you can't do 2-1. Don't get me wrong. It's like you just said, like if the area is the 2-1 area, hey, man, you know, get in where you fit in. But if I had to pick from a 2-1 or a 3-1, I probably would take the 3-1.
You know why? You know what? Only reason why I understand where you're going with this, Jay. But only reason why I say still a 2-1
Okay.
is because it's cheaper.
Okay.
More,
I respect. Like, I respect
more so, you know, and not like necessarily automatically, but
yeah.
you know, we're talking about the first time, you know, buyer. You know, 3-1, 3-2, definitely.
Yeah.
It checks marks, but still a 2-1 does too. You know, now if you have 12 properties, 15 properties, then maybe you should be not buying 2-1s necessarily, unless that's your forte. But there's a lot of people out there for a 2-1 because unfortunately, we have single parent families out there that need that 2-1.
That's true.
Yeah, but my exit strategy on that, Jay, most of the time with those 2-1s is that your tenant, most of the time, if you're getting ready to do an exit on that, the tenant that's in the property is more than likely going to want to buy it from you as well.
Mm-hmm.
They're already there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I can report their payments for them on their credit,
right,
to help them get approved for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
No, I'm saying nothing against 3-2s. I'm just not looking for any 5s.
Yeah,
4, 6.
No.
6 bedroom.
Yeah.
Unless it's do multifamily, and I'll rock in. But
yeah. And Lee can attest to this. I mean, us doing St. Louis, we run into those 2-1s all day, every day. Right?
It's like that's
right?
the only blueprint they had.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but Missouri, St. Louis,
it seems like that's the only blueprint they had. Yeah.
But remember, we're talking about old townships.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
That's what we're talking about. Old townships. So that's all they were building over there.
Yeah.
And so that's what that culture and though they're aware of that. I'm going to be looking for a 2-1.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially in Mark Twain area. If we go on the other side by the Mississippi, and we're all over in that area, it's all 2-1s up and down that street.
2-1s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
sure.
they're those are easy to pick up.
It is, yeah.
720 square foot take you about 4 weeks rehab.
Easily, yeah.
Easily. And that's what everything majors all the way down. That take you about 4 weeks rehab, right?
Yeah.
And that property is right back up and ready. You put a sign out there week 3, and your phone is already ringing for somebody to rent that thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Easy.
That's true. So, and I'm asking this question as a person just getting into wholesaling, right? Now I want to, I've been doing it for a little while or whatever. Now I want to transition to buy and rent property. So, where would you say I go to find these good deals at?
The same place that you're looking for your wholesale deals. Okay, your job is, and I'm gonna take us all the way back to when I first got into the business. It's 2004. Mr. Ron LeGrand, right, the grandfather of real estate education, right? So you want to be a transactional engineer. If you're just marketing and looking for wholesale, that's all you're gonna get.
All you're gonna get, yeah.
Facts.
But if you start and build your wholesale business, and I'm gonna underline this word twice, business, and your lead flow is coming through, Now it's your job to determine, do I want to put this in the wholesale bucket, the buy and hold bucket, the flip bucket? Now it's your job to make that determination.
Yeah.
What is my exit strategy for this potential lead? And that also determines how you negotiate that with the seller.
Sure enough, do. Just like Jay, I go back, piggyback on what you were saying. When we had first hit that first podcast, and Jay was like, I'm sending them every offer.
Yeah.
I'm sending them a finance offer. I'm sending them contract deed officer. I'm sending them cash offer. I'm sending them. So yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, open this menu up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You'll get them all.
Yeah. Go ahead and open this menu up. And then, like Jay said, that'll go ahead as you further the conversation, you get those triggers, you figure out what triggers the seller, why the motivation is coming in.
Right.
And then, pretty much they pretty much be open to anything at this point if you give them more than one option than just the wholesale. But then just like Jay said, man, you got to drop it in that, buy and hold bucket, drop it in that flip bucket.
Yeah, let's figure out what it is that they want.
Yeah,
right?
Man, exactly. Yeah.
And Jay, you just mentioned, subject to. Well, on most cases, that's what some of the wholesalers are missing their deals.
Right.
Because they're automatically, everybody that's preaching, look for equity, look for equity, look for equity. But again, if cash flow will cover debt service, I can take this property over. The homeowner who's in trouble, whether they're in pre-foreclosure or whatever, tax foreclosure, whatever the case is, they may just need some moving money.
Yeah.
Hey, here's $2,500. I'll help you move. As a matter of fact, here's another extra $1,000.
Yeah, man.
Okay, because I'm about to take over this property, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna take over this property. They're paying $900 a month. Rent rate in the area is $1,200.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
I may only have to put $2,500 into the property to clean the carpet, freshen up the paint.
Yeah.
And it's right back out there.
Right back out there. Yeah.
I always say, man, even if the property is upside down, and if the seller's motivated, we can get this deal done.
Hey, I bought a lot of upside downs, man, in 2008, 2009, and 10. Okay, where everybody else was running away from those things. I was taking them over subject to, but I was actually buying the second note on them and shorting them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I short the second on it and create my own equity.
Yes, there it is. That's a lot of extra work, Jay.
Huh?
That work to be able to do that. That's a lot of extra work, though, huh?
Not really.
Not really.
Because remember, let's go back to basics.
Break that down for because we got some people watching though.
Let's go back to basics, right?
Okay.
When a person gets a mortgage, okay, in most cases, depending on what that mortgage company is, sometimes they didn't qualify, so they had to do what's called an 80-20.
Right.
Okay, 80% with this lender, 20% with the other lender.
Yep.
The first lien holder normally and typically is the one that's going to file for foreclosure if they're not paying for them.
Yeah.
Okay, but they don't tell the second lien holder.
Yeah. They don't care.
Okay.
Yeah.
The junior lien,
Yeah, they don't tell the junior lien. They don't talk to each other. But I can always go get authorization from the seller and talk to the junior and negotiate them down. Because if not, they're going to get what's left over. Because remember, the attorneys, the government, everybody else gets paid first.
Right.
Okay. The lenders can't make surplus on this.
Yeah.
So now I'll go and short the second, give them something for that second lien. Now I hold that lien. Now I own the lien. I'm the bank on that second.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I go back and then I bring the first one back current. So now I've shorted that second, created equity in it. I bring the first back current, and now I'll take it over subject to, and I can rent it back out.
That right there, guys, called creating equity. So even in the market where they say there's no good deals, man, no good wholesale deals, he made a deal.
Right.
And you can do all that with the rental income that you're getting while holding it in subject to.
Exactly.
Facts, man.
But then when I go to refinance it, like we were just talking about,
I didn't hear that.
I got the equity to go ahead and refinance it.
Yeah.
It's all about just making sure the numbers check out.
Yeah, that's
That's
it.
all it is.
Numbers gotta work.
Does it work? It works.
And they work. They man, a deal just how you structure it, really.
Yeah.
How you come at it. A deal that you can't take down because it's too top heavy. Subject to it. Bring that down. Bring that
That's
cost
right.
to you down.
That's right.
That's it.
That's right.
You know, you're still gonna make the same profit at the end of the day.
Right.
You know,
Period.
most likely, period. It's just about how you take it down.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, we're
So-
working on a deal now where I'm buying 3 rehabs, and then I'm buying 4 rentals, right? What we doing is, we're going through, the broker, and the broker is giving me 70% loan to value, 100% rehab. I got a gator lender that's gonna come in and tackle that other 30 and the down payment. You know what I'm saying, for 50% until we refi, get him out of there. So that way, that those deals, I'm literally buying all those with none of my money at all whatsoever. So, like you say, man, the deal is the deal. You just got to find a way to break that deal down.
Right.
You know what I
Lenny,
mean? Make sure it makes
Lenny.
sense for everybody. So,
Lenny.
yeah, man.
678-523-1300. We gotta talk.
I already got
No.
it. Yeah.
Right after this, right? We gotta talk. I mean, I'm not saying like anything blow your mind, but I gotta put something in your ear about that. Maybe
For sure.
maybe I can save you. I can come up, we can work something out.
Yeah.
I like that. That's something I know a couple of people private, because I do private money also. I deal with private money.
It's going down.
And I've taught people how to lend money. Real talk. I'm not just, hey, I got a deal right here. No, I come with aligning you with the right security documents, instruments that you need in your closing. Because a lot of folks are closing. I've learned a lot of private money lenders are closing with no security, man.
Yeah,
No security. Like I know a dude that thinks his lien is recorded.
Oh shit.
No security, and that's just
Yeah.
Right.
But I make sure that doesn't happen. So
Right. Yeah,
but
sure.
it's not that hard. It's not like it's extra cost to people. You know what I'm saying? It's just making sure that everyone is squared away.
Right.
And
Exactly.
that they're investing in. So definitely, man, we need to talk.
So yeah, so we got this bond hold. We got our criteria, what we're looking for. So where are we gonna? What should we invest at, man? What areas, man? How do we know where the good deals would be at, man?
Opportunity zones.
I mean, if you're starting out right now and you're looking to buy and hold your area somewhere where you can still be in control and you don't have to relinquish that to anyone else.
Facts.
That's what I would recommend in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because as you're building later on, if you're going into another area, another state or something like that, it's going to be hard to be able to control that, and you don't have anybody to relinquish that management to. So definitely in your area, I would probably say take out a map and go no more than an hour's drive from where you are.
I was just about to say the same thing. That's it, man. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Manage that thing yourself. But I just say, you can't do that or whatever. You got a job, you can't be over there. Whatever the case is,
Right.
you get a management company that can take care of that with about 10% or something like that.
Yeah.
But still, you need to manage the management company too, though.
Exactly.
You know
I
what
want to
I'm
just piggyback off what Jay was saying. Like most of my buyers right now in Springfield, they'll only go 30 to 45 miles outside of Springfield. They're not trying to send no crew 2 hours away.
Nah.
They're not. I mean, who gonna walk it? Make sure they work. Yeah, I mean, so they're not trying to send no crew 2 hours away. So, like Jay say, man, that hour away, that 60 miles, 30-mile range, that's good, man. Anything happen, if can't nobody get out there, you can get out there. I mean, it ain't no stress on you. Just jump in the car a few minutes and, what I'm saying, you're there. But yeah, most definitely, man, most definitely. Like Jay said, I definitely stick to that, that radius. You know what I mean? I call that an emergency radius. You know what I mean? Because anything happens outside of an hour, shit, man, you're going to be driving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
You would create yourself another job.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? trying to be watching with something like that. Go to work full time, take care of the kids, the wife, and driving. You go change the light bulb
With a
or something.
plunger.
You know what I'm saying? You don't want, you don't want
All
that.
right, now let's throw a wrench in the bucket though. All right, you live in an area where all the homes in your whole hour, northwest, south, and east, every home is over $500,000.
Mhm.
You only have you want to invest, but you have $25,000. So that 20% or even that 10% isn't doing it. What do you tell that person then? What should they feel comfortable with then? Because now we're obviously not going here.
Right.
Yeah. So how would you act? What things would you tell that person to watch out for, and definitely try to look for in a deal that's out of state?
Wow, man, that's a phenomenal one, man. Right? As far as residential, I probably wouldn't invest in that. As far as a residential, not multi-family. But I can
No,
take
I'm
those.
talking about residential homes.
Yeah.
Or going for anything that's turnkey or anything. It's just outside your range. It's whatever. I just put a number to it. It's just outside your range.
Yeah, I'd go where I can afford. That's one.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, I would actually build a team to help me with that.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody that's going to be there, right? Because the money that I've got, right? You said 25,000, right?
25.
I can still use that, but I can also then put someone on staff to be able to help me with that in a different area. I can give them equity in the company. If I put a property in an LLC by itself, I can give them equity in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And help build them
That's right.
with knowledge at the same time while I invest in another area while they're getting business knowledge and managing those properties and those projects.
That's exactly how this deal is structured with us and the Gator lender, right? Because the Gator lender, he doesn't have any rentals. You know what I mean? So with him coming in, paying that 30% and that down payment, and him being the equity partner for a short while, that's giving both of us that experience. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, definitely.
Another thing too, man. I mean, what you can do, man, is connect with one of the real estate investment communities, right? That may be in those areas out there, and build some relationship with some of those people, and maybe you guys can partner up on some stuff, right?
Definitely.
Because one thing about it, man, the investor community is very small. So if a person ruin his reputation, he can ruin his reputation for everybody, right?
Yeah.
They don't want that to happen. So that may be a good avenue to take, man. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm getting to, Jay. And I mean, that's kind of broad for me, but I'm gonna narrow it in. I'm starting interviews. I'm talking with these people so that I can be a good judge of characters who's gonna work with me. Because I'm not just helping you help me, but I'm also helping you too.
Right.
I feel you.
Like even my mentees, I tell them I'm mentoring you, but guess what? This is not for you to be working for me or to stay with me for your whole entire life. This is for you to also develop your business symbiotic with mine while we're doing the same things.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
Real quick. Hey, Ryan, what's up, Ryan? How you doing, brother?
Yeah.
I got a comment on his business. I disagree with your own business. I'm in the business of making businesses. So
okay,
my business. How do you get deal flow? You bring in your mentees, and you bring them up and you put them on the farm team, and then you until they get some deals or something, and then you LLC them, and then you just jointly pay for that marketing off that first assignment fee. I did that. Got a mentee paid me $10,000, and then half of the other $65,000, which was our launch of our business. So I got $10,000 personally for coaching and for training and for kind of helping her out before we got everything situated. But the reason why I disagree with him is I want half of that business for the rest of my life.
half of your mentee? You said half of your mentee's business?
No. Yeah, I think you came in. I think you came in a little bit. We were talking about how to manage out of state rental. That's what we were talking about. Like for instance,
that's where I came in was the mentees.
So no. We're talking about like how if your market is saturated or over.
I got market rentals. I apologize for getting the conversation lately, but I've got out of market rentals too, but not out. I got one in Oklahoma and one in Texas, and a bunch in Texas. So, but they're all
Hey, do that question again, Jarrell. Let's see if we get Ryan's feedback on that question.
Oh, go to the next one. Okay, yeah. So like first, it started off with farming in your area. Now we have a problem now in my area, 100 miles north, south, east, and west. All the properties are well outside of what I have for a down payment on a loan.
Right.
So say it's around 500,000. Okay.
All right. I
got
you.
Go ahead.
I got you. So the reason why you don't have the down payment, okay, is because you don't have the deal, bro. You don't have
okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I see your name here, BP Quick Loans.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do the Burr method. You buy it, you rehab it, you rent it, you refinance it, you repeat it. Okay. You, the lender, you want 25% equity in the deal on a refinance. You, the lender, hey guys, you, the lender, okay, want 20% down on the purchase, right? Unless you buy it on hard money and then do a refinance.
Okay. Now we're talking.
Okay, so on $1 million property, you want $750,000 all in, right? What if you bought that property for $400,000 and you put $300,000 in it? Now you're in it for $700,000. You hit the refi button, you're getting the cash back in your pocket, right?
No, yeah. See,
so
he's exactly like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
we went through all that. Now,
totally cool. Like that's totally
we went through buying it like that. That's definitely the ideal way of buying a property to keep at a very low price and then building the equity in it for yourself. Now we're talking about someone that's looking that their main choice of getting into this is not to basically go get a contract. They don't have any resources like that. They want to buy a property, so to speak, turnkey. And we were talking about the issue of market, of not having enough money down payment wise to afford homes in your area. Now, would you go out of state? Would you expand marketing? Would you change your marketing plan, or maybe looking for just straight for sale by owners? Or would you, per se, we were talking about go and expand to maybe next door out of state, things like that?
I mean, if you're talking about expanding a business, or are you talking about somebody that's just a W-2 guy that is
expanding the area of your scope that you're looking at, expanding where you're looking.
I do the entire state of Texas. I do the entire state of Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like some people that's starting off, but we're trying to keep this this guide in the mindset of someone that's just starting
buying whole type of work.
Thinking about trying to buy their first property. So I was just asking, per se, Mr. Sims, was his next option would be to move, expand, like go outside the state to get properties, or would you try to just change how you buying properties or looking for properties inside your area if you were new? This is a mindset. This is someone that's doesn't have any properties, just want to start their portfolio.
Well, I tell you what, we're going to do. We'll ask this question here, then we'll just kind of go forward. But let's check this out here. So the 2% rule, right? It states that you should aim to buy a rental property at the price when it's 2% of the total cost. Is that the way that you buy this property, or is it 1% or 3%? What do you guys say? So let's say we buy a property for $200,000, right? You want the rent to be around what? About $2,000?
Yeah, it depends on I mean, it depends on how many units or whatever. But yeah, definitely. I mean, like you said, if it's if I'm paying 120,000 for it, I'm gonna need that rent to be at 1,095 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I can
just
see how
that
that's
1% rule, and that's just for the refinance though. That's to make sure everything is lined up. You know what I'm saying? When I try to refinance this thing, you know what I mean, make sure it's hitting all the right numbers, like Terrell said. Like I said 30 minutes ago.
Yeah. Well, I've never heard of that before, but it
2%
makes
rule?
sense. Yeah, I never heard of that 2% rule in buying and rentals. Yeah, but it makes sense. It will work. I can see. I'm doing the math right now in my head. It will work for any
Right.
deal per se for a good interest rate. Now, if you got a balloon, you got a skyrocket interest rate, then
Exactly.
that 2% of the purchase price may not work as rent, but
Yeah, because just like that one deal, Jay, I was just telling you about.
Yeah.
They want 425,000 for it. You know what I mean? I won't go ahead and give them 500,000 for it, but at that 425,000 price mark, the rent's only 375. So it's like, hold on, wait, y'all got 16 units, only paying y'all 375 a month just because they've been there for 15, 16 years? Like, nah, not at all. We come in, we buy this thing at 475, those rents about to be 650.
Yeah.
Just because they supposed to be though. Like the rent's supposed to be 650, right? Yeah. But we're not gonna just go ahead and just immediately double somebody's fucking rent. You know what I mean? So, we go ahead and push that rent up to, at least that, 525, so, so we can be over, what we pay for it. Just a tad, but yeah, man, definitely like Jarrell said, man, definitely makes sense. And even if you didn't really know about it, if you knew and you watching this right now, you just tapped in and you see 2% coming across your screen, basically we saying, if you buy a property, for $200,000, you're gonna want, the equivalent amount of 2% coming off each door. So each month, every month. So
yeah. That's very important, man. It keeps you from going in the red. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Come a door break down or some windows break or whatever, you don't want your whole rent for that month.
Yeah, man.
That's kind of like the MOA. That's kind of like the MOA formula for buying a fix and flip. Basically, a rule to stay by.
Yeah.
And just in case anybody, I'm not going to say something. I explain it just in case anyone don't know. MOA is the max. It was an MAO. Yeah. So basically, it's you do your ARV times 70% minus your repair equals your purchase price that you should buy it at.
Minus your wholesale fee as well.
Oh yeah, what?
Yeah. But here's a good setup here, man. For if you guys use REI Pro,
nice.
It has that in here as well. So let's say you're looking to do a little. So this is Deal Pro right here, right? So you're able to do like a purchase. Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
With purchase with a rent or whatever, you basically just plug in the numbers, man. It kind of does everything for you. So I just kind of hand put it in there, man. 240 grand. Purchase about 170, 2%. 2,000 square foot or whatever. It's like 85 per square foot, and just kind of fill in those numbers, man. So for the hedge fund, about 10% repair costs. I always do, even if it don't meet any repair costs, man. I put at least 1,000 in there, no matter what, because it's always gonna be something, right? And I don't want that to come out of my pocket, especially when I'm wholesaling the deal, right? Just kind of fill everything in there. You see what the property insurance is, and tax and all that stuff. Just kind of put all that stuff in. HOA dues are right there. So normally what I want to try to do, man, is you need the monthly rent as well. So what I want to make sure I'm clearing about 12 cash on cash, bro.
Right.
On the deal. About 12%. Anything above that, man, we run the rock. And it all depends on the deal. If it's a little bit less than that, we may pull the trigger on that as well. But we want to try to stay at that 12. That's kind of the sweet spot for everybody, bro. But you can learn that. Like, listen, I don't work for REI Pro, but I'm giving you guys some information on where I'm going to get this stuff from. So they need to kind of brother a check. You know what I'm saying? I sent a lot of people their way, man. So any question? But it's a couple more things too when it comes to 2% rule. I think it's a 5% rule. It's a 7% rule. Like I got a couple training videos on it, man, as well. To really kind of, I know you said you never heard that before, Jarrell, but yeah, it's pretty powerful, bro. Pretty powerful. Yeah. All right. Let me see. So here's a good quick question there. So how do you determine, how much rent is in the area, man? I mean, it's pretty easy for you guys. But how do a square or somebody just getting this game determine how much rent is in the area?
How much the rent? How much homes are renting for?
Renting for the area, correct? Yes.
Oh, you go look for a house to rent.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I would do.
Yes, sir. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if rental meter's still there, but I used to use them a lot.
Rental meter, yeah.
Rentalmeter.com. If I'm not mistaken, Zillow may got them too. I know it's not 100%.
I just get on Zillow. I look around, square foot, look at year builds, look at neighborhoods, look at schools.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, me being a private landlord, I just throw it out there a little bit more, about 150 more. And I'm not the guy that likes to go up on people. Like some of these property management companies, they just go up.
Right.
And I don't try to do that. So I just throw it up to a private landlord, $20 application background fee per adult over 18 that covers the background, my life home once I get a deposit, and roll them on in there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Square your work. But I wanted to ask a question also earlier about that topic. Now that you found your partner, Jay, right? You hear me, Jay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sims.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
My bad, Jason. Now that you got your partner that you reached out to, it could be old high school buddy that moved in that city that you found a property in, right?
Right.
Does that take away the necessity for property management company? How would you play it? Depends, or what?
That's going to be a depend.
Okay. How much he's involved?
Yeah. I mean,
say that.
Where is he at in the process, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, how much is he involved into it? Is that going to actually fit within the budget restraints that we've come up with between the two of us to be able to manage that and still cash flow?
Okay. Yeah, good question. I'm going to go back off, but I was asked that question, but we didn't get an answer earlier.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And again, so we talking to the person, man, who just get into buy and hold, man. So I'm asking these questions as if I'm them, right? So, what would the earnings money should be paid to? Where it should be paid, man.
The title company. Always to the title company.
Listen, man, I can't tell you. Go say it again.
No, I said always to the title company.
What you got in his hat?
What is that? I can't see it.
That's
right.
That's my people Kane Title over in Plain.
Oh, Kane Title. Okay.
Yeah.
That's right.
Custom hats. Look at this. Custom hats.
Oh, okay. We'll buy houses. Oh.
The rent's due, baby.
No.
But listen, man, earnings money goes to the title company, man.
Yes, always.
Don't give it to nobody else but the title company.
Right.
No one. Yes. There's no
Anybody
need. There's
for
no reason.
Otherwise, they're crook.
Yeah,
no reason why you would send that to any seller. And don't do it. You don't have a contract.
I dropped 500 to the seller.
Right. They'll try it, boy. They'll try it.
What you say, Ryan?
I dropped 500.
You drop 500 to the seller?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
buy a signature for $500. I don't know about you guys, but I will because I'm going up here to Gerald for another plus 50, so it's cool. I'll pay 500.
Yeah.
Would you pay $2,000 for that signature?
I'd verify ID. I would probably do a little bit.
I just want to know where the limit's at. I know there's a limit somewhere. I know you're not going to drop $15,000 on it.
I'd never pay $500 for a signature. I mean, I put earnest money down, but I don't necessarily need an option. But like when people are about to lose their house to foreclosure and they can barely keep the lights on, and they need grocery bills, or like, hey, here's 500. Just get the closing, all right?
Right. Real talk.
All right. And here's another one, y'all. So you get a home inspection on your investment properties, and why?
I don't. Let's go.
No.
So
I really ain't got an option at this point because I'm using hard money. So they gonna come in and do something. They gonna come in and expect to give us some.
Nah, I only work with one hard money lender that does actually. They do a feasibility report on your rehab, not even a home inspection. But
yeah,
I think you mean.
Okay,
yes,
your property that you're buying that you're going to be renting out, right?
Hell yeah.
So do you guys do a home inspection on that?
Yeah,
no.
The one I live in.
Yeah,
I did.
What I'm saying, as far as like you buy this property to keep in your portfolio, you getting ready to rent this out to some people for years. Do you do a home inspection when you buy it at that time?
No. All I care about is the appraisal later. Remember, we're
no, that's it.
We're trying,
right.
But remember, we're trying to get the seller. We've already told them this is hassle free. Why are we doing all of this?
Yeah. Yeah, it's not going to be. Yeah, I wouldn't write a contract contingent on inspection,
right?
Per se.
No,
right.
But like,
hey, in a soft market, you will.
Yeah, maybe. but we were talking about someone who just thought about buying properties last month and really gung ho about doing it. Should they really walk into buying a property without no one looking at it, guys?
That's what I said to me.
Should they really?
I said we experienced, right? We kind of know what to look for the whole night, right? But a person that's green, he selling. He just saved him about 30 grand, right? He's going to put a down payment on this home. This is going to be something he's going to have in this. He's going to keep it.
You're going to end up fixing something anyway.
Yeah, but what's yes. Go ahead, homie. Get your inspection. Make sure.
I think I would do it in that situation. If I know anything,
great.
I think I would.
Build up.
I didn't even say it again, Ryan.
I said get you a 1990 year model up.
19.
I got another one for y'all, man. I think we kind of answered this already. But we're gonna throw it anyway. Right?
Okay.
We should pick the title company, guys.
Kane Title right here representing Kane Title.
Why?
You want to be in control.
Got to control the deal.
Got to control the deal.
Don't give up the reins.
Got to control the deal, man.
You find yourself over a cliff.
That's a rookie mistake if you don't. Wholesaling, whatever you're doing, you got the cash, you got control.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? You got the cash.
I've never
you got
had
control.
issues riding with someone else's title company, but I see how you guys are right. You know what I'm saying? My deals are pretty much straightforward.
You got the cash,
You know what I'm saying? But I understand what you're saying. Like, you do want to know, you want to have a personal relationship with the title company, not so much.
But I understand what you're saying.
Oh, I got feedback like crazy.
I get a little feedback from somebody here. All right, so we got another one, guys. What companies should you use to pull the rental history, the background check, and all that stuff? Who you guys using?
So,
who do we use?
Yeah. So I'm new buying a property now. I need to pull this stuff, but I don't know how to do this stuff, man. Who do we use to do that?
I mean, I use a company called Amberjack.
Here's the gangster move.
Right, who you using?
You call your homeboy up from high school, and then you just drop him a text, a picture message of an ID, and then you send him an email address, and you send him Apple Pay $20, and he sends you a background.
Got the hookup. You got the hookup.
I got everything. If I got your mug on here, I'm probably not going to rent to you. Sounds all right.
yeah, I don't got no one I would like to refer. That's why I'm not speaking. That's all. That's bad.
Now, I gotta actually get that because I'm transitioning a little bit, so I need to get that. I need to have something like that so I can pull up to see who this person really is, right? All right. Here's the last one, guys. Let's see if we can knock this one out the park. Should you do a quarterly home check with your tenant? Should you go walk your property on a quarterly basis?
FaceTime.
You should.
Well, I didn't think about that. I haven't thought about that. That's a good one. So, okay, yeah, that's a good one. I didn't think about that part. So, but I think that's important, man. I think that's important, man.
Hey, and see,
It may not be a quarter, maybe 6 months or so, but I think it's important.
anytime I have a contractor in your house that you're renting from me, those are my boys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ears.
Who's in my house? They're looking around for me, and
Right.
I got Gucci cribs.
Mhm.
So I got some expensive stuff. So my rents are like $2,000. I'm about to rent one for $2,400 in Denton.
Really? Okay.
Some really nice houses, so I really do care about it. But I got high deposits, and I got a lot of people that have a lot to lose.
Yeah, deposits fix that. You know. Make sure you position yourself as well as possible if you're not going to do as many. Not going to be there inside. You don't have someone that's going to report back to you. You know.
Yeah.
Candidly, so
Right.
you got to just make sure you get all that squared away, put all that away, and don't spend it.
Everybody that's listening to this, man, the people that's going to listen to this, man, I think the information, man, that we talked about today is fire, man.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of great information in this short period of time, man. So take this information and run with it, bro. Run with it. All right? Everybody tell them, tell everybody, what you do, how to get in contact with you, and all that good stuff.
Go ahead, Ryan. You can start it off.
Oh, I'm Ryan Jackson. You can get in touch with me on Instagram at Ryan Buys Houses LLC.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Yo, guys, what's up? This is Lenny. Lenny Smith. You guys can find me on Facebook at Lenny Smith. Okay, you see this beautiful mug, and that's me. Okay, but that's me, man. If you guys working, I'm working in the Missouri area. If you guys Southwest Missouri, so if you guys want to link up, no matter where you guys at, man, I'm pretty sure we can get some deals done.
All right. Well, Jake.
Hey, Jason Sims, New Way Investment Group. I'm gonna make it easy for you because if you're listening right now, you need to be headed over to Mid City Network in Facebook. I'm a member inside of there as far as admin. You'll find me inside of there, and of course, all my contact information will be there as well.
All right. I'm just Jarrell here. So I'm a broker, loan broker, hard money, commercial, real estate, single family, duplexes, fix and flips, refis, anything you need. Just give me a call, get you quoted for a loan. It's 678-523-1300, or you can email me down at the bottom. That's bpiquickloans@gmail. All right, bro.
And if you miss anybody's information, reach out to me. I'll give you guys everybody's information, man. Listen, man. We have a Patreon coming up here next month, in the next month. We're gonna do some dinner, all that good stuff, man. Meet each other, just chop it up, man. If you can come out, definitely do that. But for Patreon members only, we will be taking some pictures and all that good stuff, so people who's not part of the Patreon will be able to see what all the fun we had. So,
Right.
for the Patreon, man, there's gonna be a lot of things we're gonna be talking about, from residential to commercial, storage facilities, and all that good stuff. You'll be able to see the deals being done as they're being done, right? Live, right? But exclusively for Patreon members. But go on our Facebook group, go to Mid City Network, and see what we're doing, man. We got quite a few podcasts on there, man. Hey, I don't know what to tell y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all being on here. Please like, share, subscribe. And we got somebody hit us here. Let me see what they say here. There we go, my guy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. Hey, you guys did a phenomenal job, man. You guys did a great job. Really appreciate your time.
Take care.
Hey,
See y'all next.
hey, Ron, I'm gonna hit you up, brother. All right, y'all take it easy, bro.
All right,
You know,
later.
All right.